day, good morning, good evening, and good night. Welcome to Positive Freight. Hope you're all doing well. I can see Beluga, he's reinstalling Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like I said, boo. Good morning to Dan, though. Dan's checking in, and so is Johnny Mon. How you guys doing? Good morning to Dark Fury as well, who can't join us online. He's dealing with children's, so that's fine. Kids come first. But we do have Kevin. Kevin, how are you doing today?
Morning, not too bad. How are you?
Oh, not bad for a Saturday, I suppose. It's actually,
progress.
The weather's reasonable. It's overcast, but it's warm.
Yeah,
so
same here.
Can't complain about that. Yeah. It's actually a nice switch up from April, which just seemed to be like forever cold winds.
Yeah.
Even when it was sunny, you know, and now it just seems really nice. So.
Yeah.
Dark Fury says, looks like the airport needs rollers out. Yeah, this is, now I've got notes here somewhere, where is it? So yeah, this is, now we would say Worcester in Britain, but I suspect that in America they might call it Worcester.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's what they say in England, isn't it? Like, that's
yeah, and they do that in Canada as well. So I can't just blame the Americans for that. But it's lovely. This is from MXI Design, available from Orbx, and obviously, what surprised me, it's just a really small regional airport, but they still got proper gates for some heavier traffic. So that's actually quite cool. It looks like that's where the bulk of the focus has been on the airport, though. So I wouldn't say this is one of the more elaborate packages you get, but it's nice. And if it's local to you, obviously that brings a bit of more flavor to the airport. And we got some GA hangars and things like that around. But yeah, overall it's pretty. Random fence in there. Now. It looks like we might be suffering from the multiplayer bug again, so we're going to see how that goes, but that's okay. I mean, even if you're flying along with me, we've got a good route today, and this is huge thanks to you, Kev, for putting this out. So we've turned off all the GPS stuff. We're just flying with the radio stacks today, and the reason is that we're going to see how well we can navigate the route with just using beacons. Now, there's a catch to this. So we've got some NDB beacons in the plan. You might not be able to see it. Let me see if I can just brighten that up a bit. Hang on. Opacity, background color. Let's see if that works. No, it's not doing it. Why is that not doing it? Select color. Oh, right, there we go. There we are. Just so you can see those frequencies. So we've got, for each thing, we've got a heading and a frequency. Now, if it is, if it's got a decimal place in it, that is a VOR, so that's an obvious giveaway. If it's just a 3-digit, that is an NDB. Oh, Beluga says, go to General Options, Data, make sure the multiplayer is turned on. Okay, well, I will check that. Yeah, it is on. It's definitely on. So, I mean, what we can do sometimes, this is what Microsoft recommends. You turn all the online functionality off and then back on again. That might help. So we'll do that. But yeah, going back to the frequencies up here. So we've got a heading for each one, and then either a 3-digit with a decimal, which is a VOR, or just a 3-digit, which is NDB. Now, we do know that some of these NDBs don't work. Now, I don't know if it's necessarily bugging the game. The funny thing is, in reality, they are actually starting to decommission a lot of these NDB beacons as well, and boosting the VORs. So that could be a reason. But I'll give you a quick brief for the. Right, so that's back on again. Anyway, yeah, still don't see anybody. But
someone there, Dan says, my flap ring trainee.
That's it.
No, Dan. No. I've joined Virtual Aer Lingus now, so I've left your ranks.
Well, if we start moving, maybe something will happen here. So I'll get the airplane powered up anyway.
How do you start this thing again? I've completely forgotten.
Oh, so you need your battery master there, left-right alternator, your magnetos. Turn those on. Pumps to low, obviously. Avionics switches on the side there. Nav lights on because we're powered now. We'll put on P2 heat. I don't think we really need it, but do it anyway. You got Dan laughing, so we'll see what happens. So our first, now we've got this up. So our first heading will be 96. So I'm going to tune that into heading bug here. So let's bring that up. Just a few notches past the east marker. And this is going to take us out straight out to Boston Airport, which is another Orbx scenery. So we've got four Orbx airports, or Orbx public distributed airports anyway.
Give me some bubbles, some real big bubbles.
And the memes aren't working. Well, they are working. The sound's working, but I've been playing around with Streamlabs subscriptions, and it looks like I've probably taken it back too far. So we'll see. But hey, if we get some donations today, then maybe we can bring some of the more interesting memes back in. But I may be going to Nightbot as well, so we'll just do some like a huge rash of sound effects rather than the memes themselves. Right, so that's set 96 in our first VOR. It is what it is. It is what it is. So 12.7 is our first heading. So I'll put that into nav 1. So we should see that kick up on main gauge here, the CI. We also have a backup VOR gauge as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the next VOR for that, which is we can't read that, 114.5. We better start the engines because I'm going to burn out the battery here. So get one engine going. Right. So mixture. Oop, props to full. And a little bit of gas. There we go. At least we're generating some power there, so that'll be fine. Yeah, 114.5, put that in as well, and our NDB. Our first NDB will be 368, so we'll put that in. 6, give it a click, there you go. 8. There, so that's tuned in. Now, whether this works or not, the NDB gauge is there. We'll see that needle come to life. But essentially, I'll just take you quickly through the route. Let me bring up the flight plan here in just a moment. Right, so I've got something to show you. So what we're doing here is we are starting from Worcester. We're going to fly out almost east to the Boston Airport. Should be easy to find with beacons or not. We're then going to skirt down the coastline, see if we can track those NDBs. If we can't, that's okay. We'll just stick to the coastline. It'll be fine. But then we're going to tune in Martha's Vineyard. Now, this airport looks really cool. Really excited about this one. So, and then once taking off from Martha's Vineyard, we're pretty much heading straight out. There will be MDBs along the route, but VORs as well, and we're going to end up at LaGuardia, which is just past JFK. LaGuardia is actually north of the JFK marker, so that's what we'll do. We'll fly over there, JFK, and then head in a north-northwest direction, and that should take us there, and that's how we're going to do it, folks. But if everyone wants to get going, hopefully everyone will start popping in again. I'll start the next engine here. And we got a good engine start. Bring that mixture to full. And taxi lights on. Alright, so airport is really up to your preference, but I think I'll probably head out to where am I? Is it runway 15? I think I saw. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll head out to runway 15, so that's just a quick turnaround and follow up to the north end of the airport there.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Yeah. Brakes off. Oh, turn the wrong way. Here we go. Are we supposed to have? We have HD on our soundboard. What does that mean?
On Gavin's server, we have a soundboard. So it's what it sounds like. It's a soundboard where you can click things and it makes a different sound.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, and we have a few HD quotes, so it could be quite entertaining.
That would be actually. I think this is the taxiway.
Looks like a taxiway to me.
Yeah. Okay. Need to get some sounds for the server. Yeah. Well, maybe we can look at that after the stream today then. I like the cracks in the pavement here. I don't know if that's part of the scenery. I suspect it probably is, but it looks really cool. Very worn in, very well loved.
Where's that? The Rex Airport pictures.
It could be. Yeah, it's hard to know. But sometimes, usually when you get when it's bespoke airports, they do check in their own scenery as well. So
that's true. Yeah. I think they work together rather than overriding each other, because I know the airport's textures is an overlay.
Yeah,
so
it is. So I think it'll be like a priority or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. The multiplayer, there's Concorde flying over towards kind of where we're facing now.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, again, I'm not particularly hopeful with the multiplayer today, but yeah, I can't see it. It's funny because I could definitely hear traffic, but I couldn't see anything. I was like, oh no, here we go again. But that's okay. I'm just gonna have to stick with it, unfortunately. Right, so we need landing lights on now. See those landing lights pop out. Look at that. I love that. Oh god, I love it. Blackbird Cessna 310 is what we're flying today, and of course you can get this on Orbx as well, or direct from Blackbird. Right, so lane lights on, strobe on. Should see the... we can see it flashing, obviously not that prominent in the daytime, and to the first stage of flaps there, and let's go.
On the way to Boston is 1600, so that makes more sense for the 4 famous. Keep it safe.
And taking our heading as well. That's Bubba just come in. He says, "Evening, aviators." Evening, Bubba. Of course, it will be evening for you down under, won't it? Hope you're all doing well. Unfortunately, yeah, I cannot see any other airplanes right now, unfortunately. It's a bit frustrating, but we'll just take in the Boston scenery. Now, looks like we are picking up the Boston VOR. Well, all we need to do is kind of turn that. This will give us a direct marker of where we are. There it is. Since we got a lock on the VOR, we'll just take that in as well. So I'll arm it off. Oh, that's not arming. Why is that not arming? I've got no nav enabled on the.
Are you in nav 1 or nav 2 on the switch? So underneath your ASI. Or your heat. You're going to the NDB.
Where would that be now?
So beneath the NDB, because I'm locking onto the VOR now. So like you see, let me just look at the stream there. So down to the gauges.
The gauges.
Yeah, and the gauge for the NDB.
Yeah, that's on nav 1. Yeah.
Right, should be locking onto the nav. So
Yeah.
you're in heading 1 at the moment, so you won't be locking onto the nav anyway. You have to press nav.
I did. Pressing it.
Did you?
Click, click, click. That's weird.
It's a restricted job.
Yeah. Oh well. We'll just have to use the gauge as a guide. Yeah, good morning, Bubba. I'm sure if you wait long enough on the stream, it'll be morning for you. Yeah, I can't see any traffic. I take it you're right behind me, right?
Not too close, but so we've got yourself, Johnny Mon to 11, so welcome to you, and there's me behind.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason for it either. It's just
Yeah.
some days it works and some things it doesn't.
And you're on an instant heading, so like you should try turning slightly, maybe say 10 degrees to the left, and then press nav. Turning your heading slightly, like 10 degrees to the left.
Yeah, could do.
Yeah, that might be on more of an intercourse than of course. Because I know the DC6 doesn't like being on the same course to intercept.
Well, yeah, I will say this is very odd behavior for me. It's not usually that hard.
Yeah.
It usually should at least arm it. That's the weird thing. It's just like
Yeah.
it's not working at all.
That's very strange.
Really weird.
Turn it off and on again.
Could try that. No. It is in op, sir. So we will use the heading button and keep us on track that way. Definitely going
Yeah.
old school now.
Yeah. Until we fly the DC3.
3 hours and 40 minutes will be morning for you. Okay, well, all right. Yeah, I think we'll be well done before then.
I hope.
Take landing lights off. I think. I just love the little lakes and whatnot you get around here as well.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's a lovely area. So, but we do have a working nav indicator, so that's fine. It just for whatever reason, the autopilot's not playing ball, but that's not crucial to navigation. It just means it's slightly less convenient. So, you know. That photogrammetry really kicking in here. Absolutely crazy. Right, now we do have a DME on here as well.
Yeah, I've been getting 22.8 minutes out
Here
here.
it is, yeah. So we're currently just under 18 miles away from Boston VOR. And we'll take a quick drop down into Boston and have a look at the airport. And then pick up again quickly and head our way off to Martha's Vineyard around the coast. Rocking great speeds here, pushing 190 knots, Kev. That should make up the time
I'm
difference.
at 150.
Oh, way ahead of you then.
Yeah, you are.
But that's okay. I think I land in Boston and kind of do a tour about you guys are caught up by then. So.
Good.
Johnny Mon says 176. What's 176, Johnny?
No, he's flying with us.
Here you can see downtown Boston starting to come into view now. Oh, you're at 176, okay. Knots, right, okay. I'll always back it off a tiny bit. Technically, I am not in the green zone, so I should be a bit slower than this. Lovely day. Always works when you use the few clouds setting. And this is actually all residential area, but there's so many mature trees in the neighborhood that it almost looks like houses in a forest. It's quite cool. Slightly off course for Boston here, so we'll bring it over. Oh, I can see Boston Airport anyway. Alright, shortly we'll be on to our first landing. Kevin, keep your eye out in the harbor there, see if you see any tea floating about.
We'll have a nice party.
I often forget what the population of Boston is. It's quite a, what's arguably one of America's oldest cities, I would say. I'll actually get a straight-in landing here too.
Right, excellent.
So I'm going to bring our speed back. Might have to do a left-hander. A bit high. Still bleeding off that speed.
Yeah, it doesn't make it slow down that much. It's very powerful.
Boston proper 670,000. All right, I thought it would be higher than
Well, that's pretty high in fairness.
that. What about so Boston regional? I guess is a different thing. Probably about 2 million. Got some flaps. Certainly a large enough airport. It's quite funny if you think my hometown Hamilton's about 400,000 proper, and I think the airport's a fraction of the size of Boston. Got this great little island out here now. I don't know if this was... Looks like it was redeveloped. I suspect it might have been a prison at one point. Johnny says metro area probably 2 to 3 million. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Bringing the gear down. There's your question. Props to full. Don't hit the windmill. Windmills and airplanes don't get along, I've heard.
Yeah, I usually find that it clashes a little bit.
They do, yeah. Final stage of flaps. A little bit of back trim. Do you need to actively trim the Cessna quite a lot, I find?
Yeah. It's one of the few planes that I find I need to use the aileron trim on. It's a bit far big, the other one.
Yeah. We're keeping speed on a blue line. Big shout out to Tim, corporate pilot dad. He's the one that taught me that trick. And we'll settle into that ground effect and let the airspeed beat off to about 90, but you don't want to take the power off in the Cessna. That's the key thing.
Yeah, the nose drops in, doesn't it?
It does. It thumps down. It's like Thor's hammer if you take the power off like you would do in a Cessna.
Yeah.
I think the wings are designed to have engine flow over them. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll just roll the end of this runway and turn around and get ready for takeoff again. But I'll do a quick tour of Boston while we're here. It'd be nice if we're I'm glad you guys are flying along with me. I'm really, I can only apologize on behalf of Microsoft for the multiplayer bug again. For the life of me, I cannot understand what is causing problems on my side. Right, so while we're waiting for the guys to rally up here, this is Boston now. Hang on here. This scenery is made by Fly Tampa. Now, Fly Tampa, they have a really good pedigree at international airports. They also did Toronto Airport, which is just spectacular. It's such a great bit of scenery.
Yeah, I love flying in there. It's great fun.
And they're not letting anyone down on this one either. I mean, look at the detail on this. I don't have any stats on Boston. I suspect it is quite an old airport that's undergone a lot of redevelopment over the years. See, I would say this would be the cargo terminal, judging by all the stacks of things out front. And then we come into the main terminal here. And it definitely looks, it reminds me a lot of Toronto. It's one of these airports that's just been added to and redeveloped pretty much constantly throughout its life, just to accommodate more air traffic. But you can see, so we got one terminal there. Yeah, that's the second terminal as well. There's your the old style. Now this is cool. Toronto used to have this, but I don't see a lot of airports have this anymore. But they have multi-story car park or a stacked parking lot in the middle of the airport, which means that this is public access, so you can actually come up to the top of this car park and just watch airplanes come in, which is so cool. Used to be able to do that in Toronto, and they knocked it down, Kev. They don't like, they don't like us plane spotters.
Yeah, that's fair. They used to have a viewing platform in Dublin Airport still, I think, but they've closed that off long ago.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they had one at Gatwick, which was great. That's gone. I couldn't tell you about any of the other airports around here, but it's just you know, for the love of airplanes. I mean, surely it's a good thing to have. Here we go. Good thing to have people who love airplanes enjoy the airport, because it's promotional for you, right? It makes people want to fly. But look at this. Look at the interior here. We got people walking around. There's a glossiness to the floor. As we come through, you can see there's other bits here as well. Absolutely incredible. There's a lot of detail. Now, Fly Tampa too. When the lights are out, you can actually see. Just bring the change the weather or the time here. And this is what I like at the Toronto airport. When it's nighttime, and you're just sitting at the gate, you can see people kind of wandering around in the airport. It's really cool. So a big shout out to Fly Tampa. Again, this is available from Orbx. If you're interested in picking up, but they just make wonderful sceneries. Take us back into our normal time here again. Okay, so back to what we were doing. Shall we carry on to the next airport? Is everybody ready to go, Kev? Because I can't see you guys.
Yeah, I'm just texting in now.
Okay. Tell you what, guys, what to do. Get lots of screenshots of each other in the sim if you can see each other, and post them in the Discord. Sorry, I don't want to change it. There we go. Something a bit more bluesy. Okay. Bring our flaps up to first position, and we're going to take the parking brake off. Now, our next heading, actually, while I'm looking at this, what's our next heading? It is 153. Okay, so let's get that keyed up first, actually. Get to the center line here. Right, I don't know why this is turning. There we go. 153. About there. Now, if the NDBs don't work, that's okay, because we know roughly what we're doing is we're heading out to the coast and skirting the coast all the way around to Martha's Vineyard, so... There we go. Nice gentle takeoff that time, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna gear up. Flaps up. Down the climb power. Whoop. It's a bit abrupt. Now the next VOR, on the other hand, is we have that tuned in down here, but we're probably not picking it up yet. Next VOR we want is 114.5. So what we'll do is we'll put that in the backup frequency. Nav1. But we can track the Boston VOR outbound for the time being. 153, so at the moment we are actually off course for that, so we're going to just bring that over.
Yeah, if we head due south, we should be able to intercept them pretty easy.
Yeah, that. You know what? Funny enough, that's exactly where I put my heading book. And that'll get us on the right track using the outbound track from Boston VOR. So there we go. Johnny says it's got Dunkin' Donuts. That's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of detail. And actually, I'm pretty sure if you go into the Fly Tampa for Toronto Airport, it's got a Tim Hortons in there somewhere. Pretty cool. Look at that coastline. Absolutely amazing. We do have the first NDB tuned in. If it arrives, we'll see that needle move. May or may not happen, but that's okay. We know roughly where we're going. Okay, that's bringing us now on the 153 radial. Start to bring that back to our original 153 set course. Look at the islands, though. I love it. Well, anybody who lives in the Boston area, I think you're very, very fortunate. It looks like absolutely lovely scenery. Again, we are watching very closely on this gauge here, so that's tuned into Martha's Vineyard VOR. So we'll see that spring into life, which means we can switch over and then tune it in on Nav1. Oh, traffic! Hey, you guys popped in.
Hey, excellent.
There you go. Better late than never.
Yeah.
Oh, we can see a guy called Patty in an F-18. There's Johnny. He's flying the DA6 too. Well done, Johnny. I actually do like the DA6 too. I spent a lot of time with it when Microsoft Flight Simulator first came out, and I quite enjoy it. There's also a great I can't remember what the YouTube channel is called, but there's a guy who is documenting his journey taking a DA62 from, I think it was somewhere in Sweden all the way over to Canada. So he's actually hopping through the different transatlantic route stopovers. So, you know, like he's been to Scotland, he went to Iceland and Greenland, and it's absolutely fascinating. And I mean, some of the times it's like really, really dark and ice everywhere. Have you seen that, Kev?
I haven't. Seems very interesting though.
It is really cool. I think if you, I'm pretty sure it's a DA62, but if you put in a DA62 transatlantic, you should find it on YouTube. Really, really
Yeah,
fascinating.
look up later on.
Yeah, really, really good watch.
So that'd be very interesting. My flight school, like the local flight school to me, has a bunch of DA62s. They use them for the trade engine training.
They use the DA for that.
Yeah.
Oh, right, cool. I just think they look awesome.
Absolutely, yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
My only complaint, and I don't know if this is how the sim portrays it or if this is the real case, is that kind of windshield pillar. It really blocks your view on certain
It
angles.
does, yeah.
That would be my only complaint, but
Yeah.
you know, apart from that, a very high performing airplane.
Morning, Nick. How are things?
Johnny says, I haven't flown it since I got Microsoft Flight Simulator back in September. It was a great training G8 plane. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, good morning to you, Nick, as well. And Johnny says, I do little hopper flights. Started in the Florida Keys and went along the Gulf Coast to El Paso. That's cool. That's the kind of thing
Yeah,
I like
that's
to
lovely
do as
area.
well. Yeah. I can't remember if we ever flew the Florida Keys. I don't think we have.
I think I made a plan. No, Derek made a plan there. Or,
Did you ever fly
Derek,
it, though?
we did. I'm trying to think. Derek, was that plan that you made, or that we made together? Was that the one in Florida? Was that Florida Keys, or if you can say in the chat there? So I'd look into making a plan in Florida Keys. It's a lovely part of the world.
Yeah, it is quite cool.
Yeah.
That was our original honeymoon plans when my wife and I got married. We were going to fly down to Orlando, spend a few days in Disney World, then hire a car and drive down to Key West. But
Okay.
life got in the way. That's all I can say.
That's fair, yeah. See, Derek saying
We
yes,
did.
you
Oh, okay, the Disney
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I thought we might have done the Keys. Yeah.
Another one from Santa Barbara to Crescent City in California, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one to keep in mind.
That's one to look into,
I'll
Johnny.
make a
Thanks
note
for
of
the
that.
suggestion there.
Yeah, thank you very kindly.
So
I'll make a note of that.
we aren't picking up any NDVs, but we are going to follow that coastline, which will get us to where we want to go. Yeah, I'll just make an adjustment there. I don't see that VOR coming into life, so what I might do is switch over to Martha's Vineyard. Oh, no, that's wrong one. And I'll just turn that adjacent so we should see that kick in. Look at that. Absolutely love it.
You in lifetime?
Sorry, say again, Kev?
Are you on lifetime?
Yes, I believe so. Well,
It
no,
looks
I think I
like-
set it for 12 o'clock or something like that.
Did just this is lifetime. We've got a lovely sunrise.
Oh,
We're
is
just
it?
catching the end of it, like yeah,
Oh, wow,
we're catching the end of it now.
I shall put it on live time then.
Do. Like it's not like, you know, a sunrise. It's the end of a sunrise, but it's that kind of dull pastel kind of color. It's stunning. Yeah.
Do you have live weather on?
I have a few clouds. Live weather was a bit grim.
Yeah. Certainly, it's making the water glisten a bit more, though. I'll give it that.
Yeah. I'm using some NVIDIA filters now that Derek gave me a hand setting up.
Oh
And
yeah,
makes everything-
I started kind of messing around with that a bit. There's a guy that posted some settings on YouTube about how to use that, so I've kind of done a bit.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I'll tell you what, it's definitely brightened up and sharpened the cockpit for me. I think everything looks a lot better now. And
Yeah, I'm same
you think
mine.
how would a filter do that? It's so weird.
Yeah, I suppose like the settings are the same. Like the sim already has filters
Yeah.
built in, but I'm not a fan of them.
Yeah,
Like I like to
yeah.
make mine look a bit more realistic.
And of course, it's a one-size-fits-all, right? So everybody's got a different
Yeah.
setup, different screens. You know, things are not going to look the same from one rig to another. So it's
Exactly.
definitely worth doing. Okay, we're drifting off the coastline a bit here, so I'll bring this back in a bit. And I've got Martha's Vineyard live on track here, so I'll actually bring that around, find out where Martha's Vineyard is, and guess what? It's right there, heading at looks like 220 degrees. Or, sorry, 200 degrees. 200.
Okay.
Behold the magic of the omnidirectional beacon. That's all I can say. Little nav control. I don't know. I feel like there's an update for the Cessna 310. It looks like they may have broken something in the process. I'm not sure.
Fine.
But yours is working, eh?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm on the latest update.
It's
I'll
not a
check.
fuse popped out or something silly, is there?
Check. It could have been like that. Like the amount of times I've been flying the DC-6 and I've been wondering why it's not working, only for it to be a fuse swapped.
Yeah. Could what I could do is just check to see if there's any. Configuration services. In the aircraft. Try that.
Yeah.
It's a
Clean
little
the aircraft
click, click,
outside,
click, ding. Your aircraft is clean. Systems realism, wear.
Make sure you're not in GPS mode. So like if you set it to a GPS setting.
That did occur to me actually. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's check that.
Yeah.
I'm
Because remember the Arrow had a bit of a problem with that, didn't it?
okay, no, it's definitely not in GPS mode.
Okay, we'll go back to the radio sec now. So
There you go. I just, you know what I did? I toggled it on and off again.
there we go. So
Kevin, you gem, you. Brilliant idea. I did actually
I
think
was
about that
thinking
at the
there.
beginning of the stream, and then it just went out of my head,
Yeah.
and I thought, nah. But there you go. So yeah, if you get that problem again, guys, just put yourself back in the GPS configuration, turn your VLOC off and on again. Oh, it's so IT crowd, isn't it? Couldn't make it up.
Sure, what was it? Did you see Gavin's stream about the failures where Derek and Eastwards were deemed a load of failures?
No.
Oh, one of the solutions is turning. So like he had an ND failure. So like you know the two NDs or the PFD and the ND that you have on the
Yeah. Yeah.
So his ND failed.
Right.
One of the solutions was to turn it off and on again.
There you go. I mean, he. I did see the stream where he was flying the headwinds. I think it was transatlantic, but anyway, it was long haul, and he was fiddling about with FS Realistic, and then suddenly everything in the airplane went off and it started diving.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to me with the Airbus 310 when I first got that, and I'm pretty sure FS Realistic had something to do with that as well. But anyway. So nothing was coming on. He couldn't get the autopilot to engage. So he actually went onto the overhead, turned all of the autopilot, the MCP stuff off, took power, and then put the power back on again, and it reset. It actually reset the code So the way that they've written that code, it actually resets the way it would do in real life, and it started working again. Absolute magic.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Big shout out to Headwind too. I think that's the 330 is just improving day by day in terms of the systems. They've got working VNAV now coming, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's great. And yeah, I'm just seeing there, it didn't work, but it did temporarily, didn't it? So. Yeah, then he had to turn back and he was getting a PTU failure, so that's.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Still see you guys behind me. It's funny because, you know, in the old days of simming, multiplayer was... It only happened if you connected deliberately to a server or if you're on VATSIM. Reliably.
Yep.
Microsoft Flight Simulator, obviously it's built in, but when it's... I'm so used to it now, when it's not working, I feel lonely. So like,
that's true, yeah, like you get so used to it.
Whereas in the old days, you know, that was just normal, right? You didn't see anybody around unless you're deliberately connecting to a server. But now it's like if I don't see people, I'm like, oh, where is everyone? I don't want to be here all alone. And it's made it so much more social.
Like that's why I love VATSIM. It adds the extra social depth to it. Then when you're flying with someone, like you get talking to them.
And I'm working up the energy to start getting back on the VATSIM and get myself trained up again. So yeah, possibly in time we'll do some VATSIM streams.
Yeah, like I'm thinking of doing something about kind of Unicom, just like as a little extra tutorial, because I do feel like people do struggle with it. So that could be of help to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. We are just over 19 miles away from Martha's Vineyard. Really looking forward to seeing this airport. I've seen the screenshots of it. It looks awesome. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
And just for reference, Martha's Vineyard is Burning Blue Design, so that's not a studio I've come across before, actually.
1 second there, Willy. Johnny's asking, do you have to be licensed pilot to use VATSIM? No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You have to use a little test, or you have to do a little test and start to make an account. But beyond that, just make sure you know your aircraft, make sure you know what you're saying, and just do what you're told, basically. You can get licenses, virtual licenses, but they're optional. I'm looking into one at the moment, but I haven't even properly looked into it yet.
And I would add, Johnny, before you go on VATSIM, back in the old days when I started working with VATSIM, I got a lot of help from my virtual airline at the time. It's always good to join a virtual airline. That can be a great help. But nowadays, there's such a wealth of information tutorials on YouTube. Definitely check them out.
Yeah, like Aviation Pro was fantastic. DFD has a few bits, digital flight deck.
In fact, DFD is the one I'd recommend. Yeah,
DFD's very good. Yeah, they help me a lot.
Yeah, DFD's, well, I was going to say DFD is probably really good for North America. And Gav would be great for Europe.
Yeah, and Aviation Pro is just great in general. He's one of the official VATSIM endorsed ones. I learned a lot from him.
Good shout out. So Aviation Pro. So yeah, between those three, Johnny, check out the VATSIM tutorials, and it will just help you get ready. Because you don't want to go on the airport. You don't want to go onto VATSIM where you're guessing. You do need to put in a little bit of time to just learn the phraseology, learn the procedures, and it'll definitely help you.
And VATSIM do these first wings events fairly often, where it's kind of like a training event almost. So you'll have full. Good idea. Yeah. I might do that. You have full HD coverage.
Just to refresh. I said I might do those just to refresh.
You should. They do them all over the world. Let's see now. How are they advertising the next one? Just going back and up to upcoming events. I would say. I'm not seeing anything here. Nick should have some.
Sorry, Nick says it has birds flying over the airport. Martha's Vineyard.
Well, that's really cool.
I think I might have that turned off, but I'll try and crank it up and see if we can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, the next first wings is between Brussels and Barcelona.
All right.
Yeah, so that's like That'll be Saturday. Oh, that's tonight. Between 4 and 8 Zulu. So 1620 100 Zulu.
Very cool. And I guess they'll be
Yeah.
a bit more forgiving, a bit more helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they do full ATC coverage, so it's very handy.
Do you ever
to have.
get those in Britain? I somehow can't see it. I've heard Britain ATC controllers are quite raggy.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of English ATC. Irish ATC is really good. So like even if there's no way, if there's no first wings event in Ireland, the Irish ATC is always very patient, always very helpful. Same with Canadian ATC.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of flying Canada because of that, and also flying at home.
I grew up with Canadian ATC, obviously, and
Yeah.
I'm also a lot of friends with guys that used to work on VATCAM. One of which was Real Controller too. I met him during a plane spotting event we did.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody's still around there, but hello to anybody from Canadian Virtual Airlines. Miss you guys. CVA, the old days of CVA. Okay, looking for the airport now. We are just over 6 miles out. So what I'll do is start slowing the airplane down. This is something I'm trying to train myself to do, Kev, because the Cessna's so quick.
Yeah.
Is to start slowing the airplane down early rather than like, oh, there's the airport. Oh crap, I'm going too fast.
Yeah. It's good to plan ahead like that. Like.
It is.
Yeah. Let's see, where are we now?
Dark Fury says London Centre is a big area with lots of traffic usually, so how can you compare them to a quieter FIR? Yeah, fair enough.
That's fair, yeah.
I'm sure the JFK controllers are probably similar.
Yeah.
Oh, I see an airport.
But yeah, I've always had a good time in London Centre, and going back to what Dark said there, it's usually approaches for a lot of airports that I've not been too impressed with.
I think it probably depends on the day and the controller as well. So
Yeah.
it's not-
Yeah, no, like I've flown some fantastic English controllers and I've flown on some horrendous ones, so.
Yeah. It's there is a subset of simmers who take things way too seriously. I've run afoul
Yeah.
of a couple of them over the years.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, sometimes you need to smack them in the head and remind them that, you know, we're doing this for fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Dropping gear. Drops to full. Right, falling below blue lines to bring up the throttle to compensate. Bit high according to the Pappy, so try and get that down a bit. Get some more red in the white there.
Think again?
Might actually get you guys landing if I'm quick enough. And the multiplayer's still working.
Yeah. What's the runway heading?
2-4 by the looks of it.
2-4, thank you very much.
On path.
Yeah, I've seen the field there now.
Slight hopper. Oh, she's sliding a bit.
Yeah, I stood a bit lost as well. It was an interesting experience.
your thing?
I'm seeing a comment from your data deck, but I'm on final now, so I will respond to you in a second.
Alright, I'll park up so you can get you guys coming in just a minute. Yeah, still see ya. That's good. Nice to capture a couple landings from time to time.
Johnny, I'm going to slide in ahead of you if you don't mind there. Actually, wait now, I know you're a bit faster than me now, so I'm going to slow down.
Beluga says, nice landing. Thanks, mate. I think it could have been better, personally. It was alright. It was a bit of a bounce, but nothing dramatic.
Thanks, Johnny. I see you breaking off there. Some stutters there.
Johnny Munn's swinging around, so we'll catch you as well, Johnny.
Hang off here. Thanks for breaking off. It was looking a bit tight between myself and Johnny there when we were coming in. I'd say the room would have been occupied if I landed. So
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah. So that's a fine display of good airmanship there.
Indeed. See Johnny's lights.
That's probably mine. Unless they're behind me.
Oh, I see yours now too, yeah.
Yeah. You'll see me stuttering into land.
Oh yeah.
That's just been my sim lately. I don't know what it is.
Looks alright to me though.
Is it?
Stutters
Yeah.
as well, yeah.
I'm down anyways. In the zone and onto
Well
the plane,
done.
so I'm pretty pleased with that. Thank you.
Let's see how Johnny does.
Yeah, I'll get after him there. Is there a taxi or an access road? Not sure.
I love
Anyways, I'm on the grass first.
There's quite a bit of bloom from your lights as well, which is really cool.
Yeah. I love the lighting effects of this sim.
Yeah. Johnny's looking good.
Excellent. I'm almost clear of vacating Charlie.
Brings in that DA62 for a nice controlled landing.
Brilliant. My opinion is traffic. Positive rate.
Look at that.
Clear at Charlie.
Oh, he's got a bit of hang time, but he's
Nice
okay.
done, Johnny.
I did too,
Yeah.
though. To be fair, I didn't come anywhere near the threshold. Beautifully done, Johnny.
Yeah, but nice done.
I think that was the best landing of the three of us, to be honest. Very cool. Okay, so Anthony says, "Good evening, morning, gentlemen." Hi, Anthony. How you doing? All right, so let's get into takeoff configuration.
So Jack says anyways, and that he agrees with you when you say that some controllers take it seriously. But look at Manchester and upcoming Heathrow lights. So overloaded with traffic going overworked, and then the pilots don't listen or are unresponsive. He has a very good point there. I've seen so many pilots now that just don't respond or don't listen to what the controller says. What gets on my own nerves though is when you're doing everything as per the book, but the controller is unresponsive. Because the amount of times I haven't been cleared to land or cleared to approach, and the controller gets out of me because I didn't assume that he wanted me to do that.
That is a two-way street.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to set up for a reciprocal takeoff. Johnny's right there as well.
Yeah, I'm just taxiing in now.
And what the heck? Why don't we all take off together?
Yeah, might as well.
Fuel check.
Actually, that's a good point. There's a fuel page.
Insta Fuel. That's a special service at Martha's Vineyard. Oh, let's
Yeah.
get a look at the airport as well. Right, so this is Martha's Vineyard from, what was the studio called again? Burning Blue Design. This is available
Yeah,
from,
their stuff is fantastic.
from Orbx.
Yeah, a few fields in the UK as well. They got like white walls and top of them or something isn't it?
I wonder if they do, is it them that does the Red Hitler aerodrome?
I think it is, yeah.
They got lots of nice little GA static aircraft in here as well, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Lots of
I
cars.
think they do interiors as well, if you haven't been inside yet.
Look at this, I'm going inside the hangar, look at that.
Yeah.
All these pallets. Very well detailed fire engine there, actually. Wow, good job, guys. I presume that's just some sort of headquarters. I almost want to think that that's a house that someone lives in, because that'd just be amazing.
It'd be an ideal house appearance.
There's General Aviation Club, I would think, for Martha's Vineyard. Look at that. You can get a palm tree there. Probably something you don't see very often in Boston. Oh, look at the control tower. This is really, really lovely. What a great job. Look at the reflection inside the in the tower as well, getting reflection off the glass.
Well,
Absolutely stunning. Really, really
where's the
stunning.
cockpit? Actually, I think that's the same issue, isn't it? There are a lot of reflections end up being a reflection of a cockpit.
I can forgive it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But
It's just a bit strange.
it did look strange, actually.
Yeah.
Lots of hangars for GA out here as well. It's quite interesting. But yeah, what a lovely airport.
Yeah.
But again, this is Burning Blue design, Martha's Vineyard, available from Orbx. And there's a link in the show description. Go check it out. But absolutely, really something. Really brings additional value to some of the great regional airports that are around the world.
Definitely.
Okay. We've talked enough. Kevin, whereabouts are you?
I'm trying to see the pack there. Just behind Johnny.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so we are. Okay.
Yep.
Right, off we go. So, right, our next heading now from... So we want to fly heading 287, so I'll put that into...
You've got a 6 on the chart.
Oh, is it 267? I read it wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. 78.
Let's put that to 267. Seven's about there. Okay. Heading bug. What we'll do is we'll do runway correction for the moment, and then we'll bring the airplane around and intercept the outgoing radial. So we'll keep the VOR on Martha's Vineyard just now, with intention to tune in to our next VOR. Okay, here we go. Parking brakes off. Bring the engines up. Full power. William Kelly's in there. He says it's nice when they do not just the airport but the surrounding area. Yeah, I totally agree, William. And welcome, William. How are you? Great to see you, mate. You're up. And flaps up. Back up to 2,000 feet, and let's bring it to climb power. And we'll start taking that airplane around up there. Heading. Bring it around for a course intercept. intercept, I'm going to steer 215 or 225. 220. No, 230. You sound like an auctioneer.
Yeah.
See Kevin there? Where's Johnny?
Ahead you. Take a turn.
Lost Johnny completely. There we go.
He's in front of you now, I'd say. Or slightly off to your right hand side.
Oh, so he
possibly.
is, yeah. He was quicker off the mark than I was, that's why.
Yeah.
And we'll arm the nav. Doesn't want to fly as aggressive intercept as I do, but never mind. Nah, you're gonna take too long doing that. Get back on that radio. Look at that. I just want to like jump out of the airplane, go visit someone's cottage, like just crash their party, and sit out there for a week. This looks really nice.
Lovely.
Beluga says, I'm jealous, wishing I could join. Yeah, how's the reinstall going, Beluga? I think there's a few really good swear words in the flight sim community, and one of them is reinstalling Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's not something anyone does for fun, that's for sure. It just takes so long. I think that's what kills you. It's just such a slog. And you're completely dependent on the download, the throttling as well from the servers. Some days it's fast, sometimes it's not so fast. But I mean, there's a much quicker way that Microsoft could do it if they're clever about it. And how I would do this: break up the game into like 10 gigabyte packets or something like that, where it just brings it down by chunk.
Yeah.
Because then what the installer does instead though is it does it file by file. So you're resetting the handshake every time you download a file, and that just adds hours. We're ever gonna. Oh, I'm backtracking the radio. I'm an idiot.
So.
Silly boy. Or I flew past it and wasn't paying attention for too much talking. See, too much talking. Not enough flying. Look at that though. At least I got a good view of this. It's so cool. Beluga says it's been on overnight, but it froze, so it only got to 80%, 20% to go. Oh, well, awful. Horrible.
That's the thing with this sim, you can't leave it overnight, because you just can't trust it to carry on.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Okay, hopefully we should be able to get back on this radial here then. I'm going to keep a closer eye on it.
Yeah, I'm turning in now to the steps on the radio.
Lots of open water this time around. See that needle starting to wiggle there, so I'll bring the nav in. There we go. Johnny was ahead of me, but then he's like, "Where are you going, Willy?" Yeah. I don't know where I was going. But we got to see some really nice scenery there, probably for the air, so I'm glad we did it. Oh, look at those clouds reflecting the water. Absolutely great. Okay.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It's something kind of bluesy. Anything here?
Excuse me. Better pick something up.
Let's try. There we go. Let's bring the vibes in. I feel like when you're flying over North American bush and islands, I almost feel like it should be a country or blues type of theme to it.
Yeah, it's kind of that like feel to it.
Yeah. It just makes it feel, yeah, I don't know. Chill. That's what
Yeah,
I'm going
exactly.
for.
Yeah, that's the word.
Back. This is why they don't allow beer in aircraft cockpits. I think you just see all these bush pilots getting drunk at 2,000 feet.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like air traffic control, calling in. Yankee Bravo Zulu, please, radar identified, please contact. And they're like, there's worse days than this. Enjoy your money. Cheers! Cheers! Oh, look at those reflections. I just love it. That's what we're talking about.
Right, I'm gonna run back and get a bottle of water. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okey-doke.
Good, 2 seconds.
Johnny says, yeah, unfortunately got to work tonight. I was looking forward to getting the stream in before I retire for the day. Yeah, that sucks. But glad you could join us. Now, I got to tune in the next few hours. So we are currently tracking Martha's Vineyard. We want to switch over to the next one, which is 117.8. We'll keep this heading. 117.8. Bring that in. And we are picking it up, which is cool. Actually, if we hit the nav, it should just intercept that. And after that, we want 117.2. So I'll dial that in. And I'll tune that in on nav too as well. Nothing yet. There we go, tracking that beacon nicely.
Hey, water has been got.
What's that?
Water has been got.
Oh, water has been got, right. Okay. I've just tuned the next VOR, so I'm now tracking 117.8.
Cool. What radio are you on first? It seems like you're going off to the far left.
Well, this is a good point. It should be on 267.
Okay, that's what I'm on.
No, that's more or less what I'm on.
Okay. Kind of. I think I've been on this for a bit longer than you have, so maybe that's why I'm on them.
Possibly. Yeah, I think I was probably deviating because I'm still tracking Martha's Vineyard outbound.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh. You guys just disappeared. Just as I was looking back, everyone blinked off again.
I still have you anyway, so.
That's good.
Yeah.
Maybe they just like picking on streamers, I don't know.
Probably.
Tell you, it's not a place you'd want to have an engine failure, that's for sure.
Yeah. Like on flights like these, you have to carry life rafts, like life jackets, personal location beacons, the ELT on the plane, all sorts of safety equipment, and you have to have a special plan filed.
We got Ashok Niaki saying Gideon Bible APP. Gideon Bible Approach. Anyway, hello Ashok. See a traffic in the distance.
Right.
Okay. You may pop back in, we'll see.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah, as I say, it worked flawlessly last week.
Yeah.
Never had a...
Very intermittent.
It is. Johnny says JFK Jr. died in a plane crash along this area. Oh, right. Okay. Well, there you go. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have a lot of options, that's for sure.
Yeah. You'd be looking into ditching, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, you'd want to try and get close to somewhere, close to an island or something, but...
Definitely, yeah.
So I presume this VOR beacon is on this island. We're just shy of... just over 8 miles away. So our next beacon will be 117.2, but we'll continue to fly this beacon. Our outgoing radio from here will be 270, so just a slight adjustment. I think there's an airport on this island as well, isn't there?
So, yeah.
Well, we won't land it, but we can have a good close look at it.
Yeah.
Stu's just dropped in. Hi, Willy Canuck. Hi, William Kelly. Hi, Stu. How are you?
Hello, Stu. How are things?
Please, or right, okay. Ashok, thank you for visiting, and goodbye. Dark, you can see that. Johnny's clapping.
Good, fine, sir. That's good.
Oh, Kevin got there before you.
Yep.
It was Bandhammer race. We should do that on the Manchester City meetup. Dark is we'll all get like big fake inflatable hammers, and we'll just have a mod Bandhammer race where we just have to race with the hammers. Be the first to like smack a inflatable doll or something like that. I don't know.
Anyways, we're going up on
we
Blackbird.
we could post like a name tag on the inflatable doll of one of our more notorious trolls. Are you coming? You bring it to me, ballot. I'm looking into it. I got to drive down. So my issue is it's too long. It's 4 hours drive for me, so I can't drive down and back in the same day. I'm going to be exhausted. So I need to kind of figure out what I can do for overnight accommodation.
Like I'm doing the same as well, really, but I'm coming from Cork, so I have to leave at 5 in the morning. So I mean, 4 hours is nothing.
No, but you're not having to concentrate driving when you're doing that. That's the thing.
That's fair, yeah. I know what you mean with driving. Yeah.
So and there's a lot of challenges driving to Manchester. You've got the M6. What's the M6?
Oh Jesus.
For a good chunk of it, and then you get into the hills in the borders, which is very technical driving.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's just a long way to go. I mean, 4 hours down, not a problem. I'll be fresh as a daisy, but I'm just concerned that if I'm having a day out and then driving 4 hours back, it can get a bit dangerous.
Yeah, that's fair though, yeah.
Unless I can find maybe a cheap bed and breakfast in Kendall or something like that, which will.
I know
So maybe drive a couple hours up. That just means I won't be able to have any beers with you guys or anything like that. But.
Yeah. But I think there was a load of Airbnb, like last year when I was looking, we were meeting in DFD, there was a load of Airbnbs around that were relatively cheap, a little bit of a walk away from the airport.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because what I could do is I could check into the B&B, park the car there.
Yeah.
And then just get an Uber to where you guys are and Uber back would be sound.
Exactly, yeah.
That would work. So yeah, I'm definitely actively looking at it. Kindle mint cake. Yeah. Ibis Hotel share room. Oh God, Ibis. Not if I can help it. I prefer rather than chain hotels. I try to find like a local family-owned kind of pub hotel. Because I don't need the room to be complicated, just as long as it's clean. But and it's nice if maybe there's a bar you can get a little bit of food, a little bit of banter with the locals, and go to bed.
Yeah.
That's my preference, anyway.
Yeah, those like the family-owned ones are always better. They're always higher quality too, I find, because they actually care about it.
And it's just it's just more cozy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother changing that radio. Okay, I think we're probably okay to switch over to our next VOR. How's that actually tuned in? That's the question.
Give me some bubbles, some real
We're getting
big
with
bubbles.
the woods next to left.
Yeah. The problem is they might confuse me for what's the name of that protest group?
But just stop oil.
The ones that do all sorts of stupid things like blocking the M25 and is it the Extinction Rebellion or something like that?
I thought it was just stop oil.
Whatever. I'll be confused for one of those guys. I'll get hauled out, hog-tied, chucked in a van. No questions asked. Probably stuff the tent up my butt. Okay, I'm not tuning that VOR yet. Interesting. So I'll tune the next one as well. 115.9. Because if that one's tunable. That okay? I'm picking up the Lex one. So why don't we go for that then?
What JFK? KBOS?
115. Yeah, JFK 115.9. That one is coming in.
That's the thing with the sim, like there's so many VORs that just don't work with the shoot.
Yeah.
Like knock VOR in Ireland is a it becomes a big problem because it's part of an airway, as far as I know.
Yeah.
But you can't use it because its range is so small.
And JFK is a healthy 92 miles away.
Nice long one, so.
Probably could have just done an intercept radial rather than turn. Oh man! Come on, just intercept, just intercept. There we go. Okay. Look, we get a nice close look at some. Oh, you guys popped back in again. Cool.
Good.
And wow, whoever lives there is super lucky.
Well, I'd say in the storm now that it's terrifying to live in, but
Oh, in a storm, yeah, sure.
yeah.
But what you do is you build half your house underground.
True. Well, and then half your house gets flooded.
No. Just put it in a big bucket.
Yeah, bail it out, yeah. Like a boat.
I don't know. It just
Yeah.
it's designed to float out to sea if it gets flooded.
You might just get a boat. It's really.
Oh, I see a lot of traffic coming up in front as well.
Yeah, New York, I'd say JFK is very busy.
It's definitely in Hamilton. Look below. Wow. Well-established settlements.
Yeah.
I imagine a lot of it's cottages, but I do see some. There's substantial structures down there, actually.
Good.
I'll tell you, it'd be in the summer. It would be glorious.
Absolutely.
Absolutely glorious. And of course, now with global warming, more sharks per capita. It's great. Go swimming and dodge great whites. It's cool. Johnny says, "All right, here we go. Wonderful Long Island, New York." Oh, that's what it is. Of course, it is. Long
Yeah, it
Island,
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of Ponzi people there. You can get a mere 2-bedroom shack for the knockdown price of $2.5 million US. And am I right? So we hit GFK and then LaGuardia is basically almost due north, isn't it?
Yeah. They're very close together. I was watching this That's the controller for New York Center.
Yep.
And he was saying this, that they always have massive problems with aircraft busting in the Guardian's airspace away from JFK because they turned the wrong way.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yep.
Well, it is, but there's so much traffic around there. And then you got Teterboro.
Yeah. Yeah. And Newark.
And Newark, yeah. I mean, God, how they actually sort out the traffic on there, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, the question is, why have they got so many so many airports so close together?
Capacity.
Suppose, yeah.
I mean, Chicago's a good example.
Yeah, true, yeah.
It's O'Hare and, not as many as New York, but O'Hare and Midway are, I would say, pretty close.
Yeah.
Opposite ends of the city, maybe.
That's fair, yeah. But look at Gatwick, Stansted, and Heathrow. Like, they're all really well spread out.
They are.
Yeah.
And you'd think because of that, they make them much better airports.
Yeah.
No. Gatwick. God, Gatwick. Gatwick used to be such a great airport to fly out of back in the 90s.
Really?
Really enjoyable experience. Yeah, I actually had a full kind of a shopping center and an arcade and lots of restaurants, and then a lot of that got moved to the behind the departure area.
Yeah.
But it was a shopping center in its own right, as well as an airport. And it was actually quite a cracking one too.
Yeah.
And then it just got redeveloped for capacity. They moved a lot of that behind the departure area, and now when you go there, it's just awful. And it's not air conditioned at all. So in the summertime, if it's really busy, it starts to get humid in the airport. And then what they do, of course, the departure areas with that Gatwick is they've got pre-departure or pre-board rooms or bits. So you go kind of go through your initial ticket check, and then they put you in there in a room. Yeah. Right, and once you're in there, you can't get out, and it's sealed in plexiglass. Well, those things are like bloody. Those are like fish tanks. The best way to describe it is a fish tank with no air conditioning. God help you if the guy beside you hasn't showered in 2 days. You know, it's just
how is that legal?
I don't know. It's awful. It's just awful. Awful airport. Horrible. I mean, it could be so much better, but they've just made all sorts of really weird decisions that just make the passenger experience completely deplorable, and I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate it. And none of the other London airports are like that.
Yeah. Just look at the comments there. Johnny says he works 5 minutes away from Midway.
Oh, right, cool, Jay.
That's really cool.
Midway's my sweetheart airport. I've always found Midway to be really fascinating because it's got so many runways. It's got 5 runways.
That's it.
I think so. I think it's got 3, and then because it's a hexagon, isn't it?
Yeah. I think we have a flight actually coming up to Midway soon.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Were we not looking at that? Yeah.
We were, yeah.
But I think there's scenery for it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Orbx has some, so...
Which is, it's awesome, so we'll be checking that out.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But... as Johnny knows, he's invited me to stay to join him on the tour through Chicago if I ever make it over. So I'll definitely take you up on that. Yeah, it's relatively small. Yeah, it is. I guess it's more regional flights, but you know, and being small too, that probably makes it quite handy to get in and out of. Whereas O'Hare, it's like one of the busiest international airports in the world. Yeah, I think it's quite a big transit airport. Well, at least it used to be. I think Atlanta may have overtaken it.
Okay.
Because Atlanta, of course, is the hub for Delta Airlines.
Yeah. See that? Thanks for the offer, Johnny. I'll take it up if I'm ever over.
Don't offer it to Kevin. Come on.
What's wrong with me?
Nothing. There's Tim's coming in, corporate pilot Ed. Hi, how you doing?
Hello, Tim. How are things?
Oh. Atlanta is busier than O'Hare, but both are crazy busy, yeah.
There, yeah.
It doesn't surprise me Atlanta's busier, though. Because you do get a lot of... I've noticed that any West Coast flights from Europe, quite a few of them will transit Atlanta through Delta's connection. I think Delta Star Alliance or something, aren't they? So
I know Aer Lingus has a lot of code shares or connection shares with a lot of US airlines.
Yeah. And given the choice, I'd rather be on Delta than American Airlines.
Fair.
But, Johnny says Atlanta's busiest. I think O'Hare is second or third. Yeah. And again, it's just because they're transit airports. So a lot of people that fly to Indo-Atlanta aren't going to Atlanta. They're going onward journey somewhere else.
Yeah. Same with Dublin.
Oh, Tim says he's flying into O'Hare tomorrow. Oh,
Very
great.
nice.
Mind you, your old hat at O'Hare now, aren't you, Tim? You've flown there that often. Yeah, the memes aren't quite working. I've trying to save pennies on the Streamlabs subscription, and it's kept the sounds, which is good. Maybe what I could do is just keep the beams in and just turn off the image altogether, and then it would just be sound effect. I think that might work.
But yeah.
Put some music on.
Let's see, we've got Stu flying around now in Tobago.
Hates a madhouse. Midway's
O'Hare,
much more chill, but limited airlines. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Tim says, I've been there quite a few times, but it's not bad. The big airports have excellent controllers, and the pilots are pros for the most part. Operating there is seamless. So interesting perspective. Oh, Stu's in the air with us.
Yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah.
All right. Oh, sorry, I missed you, Kev. I missed it. Now we're a squadron. You know, I think time-wise, you might be spot on here, Kev.
Second?
I think time-wise, we might be spot on.
I'd say so, yeah.
We've got 61 to go, but... Can we do it? Yes, we can.
Yeah. Almost there.
Tim says small airports have excellent controllers too. Nice backtrack there, Tim.
Yeah.
Your average YouTuber. Hello, sir. I'm here now. Of course you are. There you are. Sorry you couldn't start earlier. No problem, mate. Thanks for joining us anyway. We're on our way to JFK, which we're going to overfly and then head north to land in LaGuardia. And the Cessna is doing what it does very well, which is flying fast and smooth. Sorry you couldn't come earlier. No worries. You're here. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Am I flying too fast for you guys?
What's your speed? Because
180.
you seem a bit ahead. Second?
180.
I'm coming up on 180. I'm about 176 with it. So
I'll drop to 160, see if you guys can catch up.
good.
Johnny says he's 176, right? So if I'm at 160 for a bit, you guys should catch up to me eventually.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll hold it there for now. Much like Ontario, it's very flat, but it is lots of trees, lots of lakes. Still very pretty.
Yeah. It's a lovely part of the world.
It is.
Yeah. Because I flew across the pond not too long ago and could be in here. It was a lovely sunset. So like it was almost clear skies with a few little speckled clouds.
Yeah.
Sun catching on them. It was stunning.
Tim says, do you have the 414 yet? No, Tim. It's a disposable income thing at the moment, so I don't have the pennies to spend on it. I did reach out to him a couple times, but he's a strange character. Is the Momo? Is that Momo? Well, shucks.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, I'd love to buy every single airplane that came on the market for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I probably have to cut out something like food.
I'd say probably need to put out more than food.
Yeah. Well, you could spend a fortune.
Absolutely, I know.
That's why I don't
A lot
bother
of
with
us
things
have
like GSX, because
Yeah.
I see what it does, and I can see why people get excited about it, but I mean, the amount of problems that it causes
Yeah.
as well, especially for streamers. but they still persist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can just imagine all this stuff happening. I don't need little people running around. If it was, I think it'd be better if it was seamless, something that was integrated with Flight Simulator. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe in time. Maybe in time.
Yeah, sure.
It's not core to my flight sim experience. I think that's my.
Yeah, the main reason I use it is for the pushback because it's so much easier to use that, and also it doesn't degrade performance over flight. It's like the toolbar pushback does.
Yeah.
But like, see, I like to be able to start my engines and focus on other tasks like pushing.
I haven't used toolbar pushback because it was causing some sort of memory leak.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't use it.
Yeah,
it's makes a lot. And the guy, a lot of people told him, and he just wouldn't acknowledge it. So he's not chasing it down, the bug. So unfortunately, it's too bad because it was a really really good tool.
Totally, yeah. The idea was great, but the execution could have done some more.
Distance check. We are now coming in just over 47 miles. So we're definitely closing in. Covering about 12 miles every 2 or 3 minutes at the moment. Starting to see the motorways now. There's an airport over there. What's that airport there, Kev?
Let me find out for you. There's a lot of airports around here now.
Yeah, it looks like a little regional one.
There's Captain Executive has a runway 1432 and then a closed runway, kind of about 45 degrees off.
Looks like a runway as well. Yeah.
Oh wait, no. I'm not seeing one Volanta, so let's see. There's regional airports around us. There's Francis S. Gabreski, what's that?
Johnny's saying Kilo Hotel Whiskey Victor.
Hotel Whiskey Victor is Brookhaven.
Brookhaven, right.
Yeah.
That's probably what that is. So.
Yeah. We've got MacArthur Airport coming up as well. That's India Sierra Papa.
That's a fairly good sized airport as well. 2 runways.
Yeah. Did you get fields up?
Shirley, New York. Shirley, you jest. Don't call me Shirley. I used to say that. Inside a from airplane or something like that. Shirley, you can fly this plane. I can. And don't call me Shirley.
Yeah. Have that on Gavin server as a soundboard.
That's it. I do, Justin. Don't call me Shirley. Good old, what's his name? Canadian fellow. Oh, guys, you're starting to catch up now.
Excellent.
Definitely see Stu's lights. Airplane. What's airplane, Tim? Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Tim says, a hospital? What is it? It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now. Stu agrees as well. Airplane.
Go, Philip.
Alright, we still got just under 40 miles. I'm just going to break away for 2 secs, guys. And I'll be right back, Stu is. Entertain the troops, Kev.
I'll do it again. People are the most with regards to what's going on with the flight sim? Is there any news?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. They're a quiet bunch, Willy. I asked if they were looking forward to anything to fight them, and I got notified.
You got to be more controversial. That's why. Can anyone tell me a recent flight sim add-on that they hate?
Yes.
Don't like it. It's not good.
Turn the question around, really.
Shouldn't bother. Let out your anger. Let out your rage.
Vent, lad. Vent. Explain.
Oh, Shark Kitty's monitoring. She's going to rage on that one. How's that for controversial? There was this. I saw this thing on X-Plane. It was a YouTube thing. It said X-Plane now has worldwide stream scenery. I'm like, oh right, have they done something similar to Microsoft Flight Simulator? But what it was an add-on. It was the most convoluted thing I've ever seen in my life. But
it had happened to ages, I think. There was
God. I mean, it just all it did was it was like Flight Simulator 98 when you used to get the world scenery packs, but it was just flat. Like it was just basically a satellite photograph. No photogrammetry or anything like that. It was just like flat. It was just like, what's the point?
There is none, literally. It's flat.
Yeah, of course, X-Plane. It's a good program. I think. It has its uses in. I mean, there's the ever-ending controversial debate about flight model and things like that. But I think Microsoft, certainly with some of the add-ons that are coming out, is really catching up.
Absolutely
really catching up, especially with turbulence simulation and just everything else that's going on with the airplane. Sim update 12 I think is quite significant.
Speaking of the turbulence simulation now, by the way, I'm getting it now over the houses and it bounces.
All right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's new stuff. Yeah, that's really good. But yeah, like X-Plane does have its uses, as you were saying, like, about, like it's better for training. It's like if you're going, it's FAA licensed. And I know the flights go down to
X-Plane 11 is FAA licensed.
That's the one, yeah. But I'd say 12 will probably get the license too fairly easy.
Probably. Yeah. Probably. And you know, who knows? In time, Flight Simulator might as well.
Yeah.
But, how they
it needs to work first, though. Yeah.
I mean, these are desktop simulators at the end of the day. So.
Yeah. So. Like you can't expect them to be perfect.
But I mean, if someone says, you know, if you take the Zibo 737, put that up against the PMDG 737, I think technically PMDG's higher flight model. They're probably about the same. There's really that much difference.
Flight model is similar, and I said the PMDG is higher fidelity.
Tim says X-Plane can be used for a portion of an instrument rating, but that's it, yeah. Okay. 15 hours of simulated time, but it has to be on an approved device, not... Yes, yeah, because it has the log... it has to log what you do, so there's restrictions about how that's set up, and I think it probably has to be an authorized device at the start, so people aren't trying to wing it by hacking it somehow. But showing about 23 miles, just over 23 miles away from JFK VOR.
And about 10 miles behind you, so.
Right? That means definitely a lot closer.
Yeah. I give some push there.
Just so much urbanization around here, though. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just houses as far as the eye can see.
It's so densely populated, like.
It is.
Yeah. It's like Japan, in that, like, there's so much urbanization, like urbanized areas.
Yeah.
Compared to nature.
And you think, well, how do these people actually get into work? It must be mayhem.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it takes me about, like, I was volunteering up in a place near the city, and it normally takes me about half an hour to get to work, or to get like from that place to my house.
Yeah.
It took me I had to leave at 7:30 to get there for what was meant to be 8:15, and I usually get in at 9:15.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what traffic's like here now.
So is it getting worse?
It's getting worse, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I suppose in fairness they're doing some sort of road works trying to make things better and they've made things twice as bad. So
As they do.
yeah.
Tim says the cheapest sim setup that uses X-Plane is around $8,000. That company has a letter of authorization from the FAA. Right, so basically they're charging for the certification.
Yeah.
An individual would spend more money getting a sim certified on their own. Yeah.
Fair. It's a pity that you can't just use a normal sim setup because like it won't work.
Yeah, it would, but I think again, it's down to. I looked into this a long time ago, but there's some sort of tracking, logging software that comes with it, and for that to work, it needs to be an authorized device. So that's where the FAA certification comes in, because they don't want any unauthorized devices connecting to the logging network.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Makes sense.
And again, it's just so people can't spoof it. I mean, actually get AI to run all the training for them, never having actually done it.
Yeah.
Little hacks like that could cause problems. But as Tim says, it's basically only good for a bit of your instrument rating.
Yeah. But still, like that little bit makes a difference.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it saves pennies in being in the airplane.
Absolutely, yeah.
So.
But it's sad that, like, for people who want to do things that way, genuinely, because they can't, say, afford to go in the airplane, it's sad that people who hack them and mess about with them ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. But there's always one.
Yep.
We're definitely starting to get closer to the metropolitan New York area, though.
Yeah, you can see it building up.
Could be a university down there.
I suppose.
If anyone knows what university that is.
It should say on the pitch.
Not too far away.
Yeah. Whereabouts are you? I'm not seeing you in Valenta at all, so I can't figure out which university it is now.
Oh, sorry, I'll put it on.
There.
That's probably the easiest solution.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. There, should be on, should see me now.
Not quite yet. It'll take a minute. Yeah, there you are.
See me now?
Yep. Let's see, so,
I'm 10 miles off JFK.
Yep.
Tim says it's better to do 15 hours in a real airplane and practice at home after lessons and explain Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, I agree. And you got an instructor there with you as well. Stu says, I see JFK. Yep, Stu, I can see you up in front of me there. Interesting, it says
that's
you're...
what university? Sorry, buddy, yeah?
No, he says he's flying in Trinidad. What's that?
And that's Tobago. Trinidad Tobago.
What, airplane?
Airplane, yeah.
Never heard of it.
Right.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
It's Wanta, or WANTAGH, so the pronunciation I would go for is Wanta University, or Wanta Warriors, anyways.
Oh, okay, thanks for looking that up.
Alright.
Yeah, it definitely looked university-esque.
Yeah. pretty very sports based.
Yeah, it looked like it possibly one of these technical colleges that's becoming a university or something like
Yeah.
that. Okay, so we're getting close to our final leg here. This is just dead reckoning, so we're basically going to fly north to LaGuardia.
Yeah. So we're not at JFK, we're going to LaGuardia, so there's not really much point.
Yeah, so we're just overflying JFK, Stu, and then head north to find LaGuardia. LaGuardia, I think everyone pronounces it differently.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty happy with my speed at 160, so I'll probably leave that for the moment.
I'm seeing JFK anyway.
Yeah, I'm just about to fly over it.
Okay, so
Switch to heading mode. Crowded airspace, so get the landing lights on.
yeah. I'd say the real thing would be allowed to go through here in any sort of VFR or you know, like small plain IFR conditions. Because I know Madrid Baraka says a no VFR zone.
Sorry, say again, Kev?
I know that Madrid is a no VFR zone, so I would imagine this would be pretty similar.
Yeah.
It's like you need to have like TCAS and that installed, I think.
Oh yeah, to navigate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're breaking all sorts of rules up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to head a course of 350.
Cool.
Quite a bit of traffic down at JFK there.
Just to let you know, your fuel lights are on.
Oh yeah, so I do. 35%.
You don't want to end up in the Hudson.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still had 35% off, so that's good.
I suppose it does eat fuel fairly quickly. Like I started with 100% or with 100 pounds.
Yeah, it does.
In,
It eats fuel,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Oh, Tim, did you see the news? I think, I don't know if I talked to you about it, Kevin, but there's a studio bringing out the Duke B60 and the Duke Turbo.
You might have mentioned that actually. Yeah, that'd be very interesting.
Which is an actual, yeah, I mean, I'm so excited about it. My
Yeah.
absolute favorite add-on for FSX, although that was built by a different studio. But it was, no, you know who it was? It was Black Square.
Oh, very good.
Black Square, yeah. So
They're a good bunch, yeah.
I really want to try and get a hold of it because I'm absolutely passionate about that airplane.
Yeah.
You can really properly fry the engines on it too if you don't use the cowls properly. It's quite good.
Yeah.
Okay, LaGuardia should be around here somewhere. Start slowing the airplane down a bit.
I think I see it from here.
Yeah.
It's like on a big island in the middle of the water there.
I
Off to
think
your
it's
left
just-
hand
I
side.
think it's just before you get to the water, isn't it? That
I
right
think I see it there where that green fella is, yeah. On
Yeah.
your stream.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So my Canadian starts slowing right down.
Okay, go manual. Stage of flaps. Crapping gear. Full props. flaps. Bunch of blue line. I just had the cursor on it, yeah. Hopefully this is the right one. Let's see Stu up ahead of me. Go. Rikers Island's maximum security prison.
Oh, Jesus. My sim was just locked up, so hopefully I'll make it down.
Landing very long here. Not the best landing in the world. Come on, stay with me. Stay with me. It's really sliding today. I don't know what it is. Feels like my rudder calibration's out.
No, mine is the same, and like I've calibrated my rudder correctly, so.
Spot here, so okay, Stu, go find us a place to park. Just hang fire here for a moment, see if I can get you guys coming in.
I'm not sure you're gonna get me because my sim has just locked up completely, so.
Oh, has it? Okay.
Yeah, we'll see if I can get it back in, I guess. But
Stu.
oh yeah, I've got responsiveness. Have you got my tag?
I only see Stu at the moment.
Okay. Oh, I got you back now, so.
Feel like an air traffic controller. Where's he? Where's he? Okay, what I'll do is I'll taxi over to where Stu is anyway.
Yeah.
Alright. Johnny says he's on the ground as well. Okay.
And yeah, I'm on approach, so.
Could be intermittent multiplayer disappearing again.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, don't move, Stu. Stay where you are. Have a little conference out here in the middle of the taxiways. Totally outside procedure. We would definitely all get arrested and hauled out for this, but never mind. There we go.
Feels like London City.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Take a quick scan for you, Kev.
On the way in now, I'm almost.
Johnny, can you see where we are? Do you want to try and get close to us? Unless he landed at JFK.
No, I see him.
See Apostle, I can see Stu, but not Johnny. And not you.
strange.
You're right next to me. Oh. Okay, well, it is what it is. I'll leave it there. Let me know when you're with us, Kev.
I don't know, so.
Okay.
So I'm texting in.
Hopefully one of you guys can get a screenshot of all of us. Well, that was good. Right, so while we're waiting on Kev, we'll just do a quick tour of this airport. Now, this one is LaGuardia. LaGuardia International. This is made by Feel There. And look at this. I mean, I think LaGuardia went through a massive renovation recently.
I think so, yeah.
Very, very modern looking airplane. Very unique looking airport, certainly. I presume that will be a hotel of some description. I don't think this one's modeled inside, no. But it does look absolutely spectacular from the outside. Certainly immersive from an airline pilot's perspective. Tons of gates too, LaGuardia. Absolutely amazing. It's right out in the middle of the water too, which is always quite nifty. You hear good and bad things about LaGuardia. I don't know if New Yorkers tend to favor it or if they despise it. I'm not sure what the reasons are. But sizable airport for one runway. Actually, there's two runways, isn't there? There's one over here. But yeah, absolutely monstrous, isn't it? Look at that.
Johnny just says, great stream, guys. Had a good time. Got to retire. Catch you next week. Thanks for coming, Johnny. It's good to have you along.
Likewise, Johnny. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming along with us today. Stu says, big thanks. You let me hire you. Stu, you don't have to thank us.
Oh, cool, Stu.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, glad you could join us today. It's been good fun. Well, we finished more or less on time. 15 minutes over. That's not too bad. Bring that music down. But Kev, yeah, thanks for excellent flight plan. Really interesting. It took us over some really cool scenery. Yeah. And it didn't even occur to me that we'd be going over Long Island as well. So that was quite nifty. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you.
So what do you got on for the rest of the weekend then?
Resting and recuperating. I was doing another week of the leadership training with the fourth year students. So
right.
It took a lot out of me. Yeah. So.
Well, I hope you have a restful Saturday and the rest of the weekend, Kev. All the best.
You too.
Big thank you to everyone in the chat today and flying with us, Stu, Johnny. Big shout out to Tim, of course, as well, who has been having a good conversation. Yet another X-Plane debate. Who would have thunk it, eh? Anyway, but we'll see you next time right here on Positive Rate. I think we're going back to the airliners. So we'll see you then. All the best, guys. Take care.